talking in your sleep, and Madonna and I were just sitting here talking about all things actually allergens. Boring topic you might think, but actually no, it is not.
No.
It is a very good topic because a lot of us do suffer from it.
Yes. So there's obviously the whole different range of symptoms that people can get from allergies, everything from with the gut, bloating, burping, belching, wind, flatulence, diarrhea, constipation, any of that can be because of allergies. Things like the headaches and migraines, things like asthma, things like chronically just getting unwell because your immune system is often suppressed if you're in a chronic inflammatory, allergic or state of dealing with intolerances. So there's all these things that can be going on in the background that people often don't put down to it because we self-medicate.
Yeah.
You know, so just say you're sneezing every day and you just go buy Fess from the chemist, which is fine, saline solution to cleanse out your nasal passages, and you're constantly not that there's anything wrong with this, but you're self-medicating by basically cleaning out your nasal passages every day. But why are they inflamed? You know, so what's going on in underneath there? So when we sort of work naturopathically, it really is about working on the gut, which is a really boring thing to do naturopathically. It's sort of like, well, it takes time. Yeah. It takes time, and the reason it takes time is because your intestines are really long. You know, you're looking at 30 foot of intestines or something like that.
Well, they reckon that if you stretched out your bowel,
yes,
they reckon it can actually go for about 27 kilometres.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's what they taught us in nursing school, that if you stretched it as long as it can go, it would go up. And I still today think, yeah, right. But yeah, that's what they were teaching me. So the gut does have a lot to do with allergies.
It's massive.
A lot.
So therefore, if your gut is out of whack, and I often talk to people about constipation, because constipation isn't just about the large bowels, and I know it's an icky subject, but it's not just about the bowels. What's going on upstream? Is it because the liver and gallbladder aren't releasing enough bile? Bile is a natural laxative. Bowel motions should be about 60% of dead bacteria. What is going on upstream with your bacteria? What's going on with your fibre intake? What's going on with your, it's going to be upstream somewhere. We don't just magically become constipated for 30 years. It's something that there's always something further on upstream that we need to deal with digestion. And same with the immune system. It's not just about the pollens being out to get you and kill you.
No.
That's not the aim.
And just because we're talking pollens and allergies, don't just assume that you've got a runny nose that you might have an allergy, because it might not be. It could be other factors. So if you're ever concerned, always go and see your doctor and make sure you get things looked at. But on a natural perspective, if I was to come and see you, because I do suffer from allergies, and they can get quite debilitating.
Yes.
On a really bad day, my head will be pounding, my eyes will be bending, and my eyes are red on a good day as it is, but when I go past pollen, I will water, my eyes will really burn to the extreme, and then the sneezing starts, and sometimes the sneezing can go on and on and on. So for myself, it's Finnegan, it's management, which I have been doing for a long time. So as a newcomer, if I was to come and see you, how would you guys approach that?
So first, with the testing, I sort of love looking at the blood. So I do a white blood cell count, with a live blood analysis. And basically what the white blood cell that we're looking at with allergies and intolerances are eosinophils. So when we've got raised levels of eosinophils...
Which are your worms?
So eosinophils release acids into the bloodstream to help to break down your pollens. So if we're allergic, or if we're getting asthma because we live near a busy road, or if we, or even exercise-induced asthma and that sort of thing, quite often there will be raised levels of eosinophils. And they are I can't remember the number, but they're ridiculously high in air. Like when you're getting your runny eyes, you've got oodles of eosinophils in your eyes. If we're getting asthma, there's oodles of eosinophils in our lungs. So wherever that area of allergies is, we've got a massive number of these little white blood cells in that area that's trying to break down whatever it is causing the issue.
That's right.
So with the live blood, we basically look at those and we see how active all the white blood cells are. That's really important.
You're looking at the big picture.
We are looking at the big picture, because the blood grouping or blood test, that will just say how many there are, but it's not looking at the health of the white blood cells. Actually looking at the blood looks at the health.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing.
And also too, you would take into people's lifestyles, you take into where they go, what they do. A lot of kids these days are being born with allergies.
Yeah.
That's because they're born with
compromised immune system.
Immunosuppressive, that's it. Yeah. Right. So, but we're becoming so much more aware that people with allergies are getting a lot more help. And it doesn't mean you have to go on a copious amount of antibiotics or anti-inflammatories or histamines of any sort. It is treatable. But we can go on and on about this forever and ever, but we're going to come back because I know there's a few people listening in that do have a lot of allergies, so they're really, really getting the information that they want. But we're going to kick it off now with Ian Moss.